Hello Iris. How is everything going today in the machining department?
Well, Brian, things are going okay, but they could be going much better.
Really? What's going on?
Well, some of the other guys and myself were discussing cellular manufacturing.
Cellular manufacturing? You aren't thinking of leaving us to go work for one of those biotech companies, are you?
No, not at all. Cellular manufacturing is a lean concept. It would allow us to shorten our lead times and become more productive.
Interesting. I like the sound of that. How does it work?
Well, today we get work orders with very large lot sizes. We process them on one machine first, and then they wait for a few days and then get processed on the next machine. And so on. Basically, after a few weeks, the job is done and we've completed perhaps 3,000 units. But we don't sell 3,000 units at a time, we only sell about 100 per day.
Yes, I understand. But, we do things that way because it is more efficient. At least I think it is.
Well, I've been thinking about why we do things this way. It's actually because of the distance between operations and the long setup times. If we can work on reducing setup times using quick changeover techniques and we rearrange our operations into cells, we might be able to save lots of time.
Well, you've piqued my interest. How would these cells work?
Well, a cell is an area in which all of the machines, materials, people, and methods are arranged so that we can process products one unit at a time at the rate the customer wants.
One unit at a time? Wouldn't we need a lot more machines in order to do this?
No, not at all. We could identify products that have similar machine sequencing, and then create a cell with several machines to process that product. Instead of all of the waiting that we normally have when parts travel in large batches, one single piece would travel from one machine to the next. It's called one-piece flow. An entire part will be completed in minutes or hours instead of days or weeks. Instead of making 1 or 2 months' worth of product at a time, we could make a day's worth.
I see. This would reduce our inventory and lead times. We would be working on what the customer actually needs. This is revolutionary.
Well, it might be revolutionary, but really it is lean thinking. And since you managers have been talking about lean, we thought we might start doing something about it.
Well, I'm glad you've brought this to my attention. I will be back tomorrow to discuss this further with you. You have my full support.
Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that.
By the way, where did you learn about this? We haven't made mention of cellular manufacturing in our basic training we gave the employees.
Well, I learned about it from my friends at EMS Consulting Group. www.emsstrategies.com. They have lots of lean resources and offer training and consulting.
That's interesting. I must check them out. www.emsstrategies.com